Hey guys, so it's time here to do a quick little speed test and camera test comparison between these two titans, and we do have the LG V10 and the Nexus 6P. Definitely top of the shopping list if you ask me for many people when it comes to looking for a high-end Android. But which one is the quicker device as well as better camera? We can have a look here, starting them both up at the same time. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. So I think this is going to be very close, given that the kind of hardware that you're getting with these two, as well as the stock build obviously on the 6P going into its favour. But I think both of them definitely have some unique selling points to consider over each other. For example, the dual screen configuration on the V10, which is very innovative and makes a lot of use of the big kind of form factor here. I think it's 5.5 or 5.7, whereas we do have kind of a big Super AMOLED display here, Quad HD, very contrasty and nice on the 6P, with obviously the metallic build quality, which is another selling point. So, you know, it'd be very difficult for me to decide right now which one I prefer. I think they're both absolutely fantastic. However, I did want to do a quick little comparison here of the performance. So both of them are up to date based upon the about phone area, basically. So running Android 5.1.1 on the V10 versus Android 6.0, obviously latest Marshmallow. You're always going to have the latest stuff when it comes to the stock device. We're just waiting for this to get onto the Wi-Fi, and then we can start it off. Both of them have their apps all up to date as well, so you can see that. So everything is up to date, no excuses. And I think we can start off now just checking out the speed here between these two. So just going to start off opening some apps. So 1-0 to the V10. Sometimes I call it the F10 for some reason. If I say that, I mean V10. Quite similar there. Quite similar again. Oh, another one here. I think that's about 2, 2, 1. Saw the keyboard come up there. About the same. Definitely faster here. And for some reason it flips itself upside down, which I think is to do with Marshmallow, which is really weird in that respect. But definitely a point goes to the V10 here. Clock. And again, V10. Phone. About the same there. YouTube. V10. Wow, the V10 seems to be in front now, I think, based upon my count. I think we have some other things here as well. We do have the calculator. So about the same there. I think also we do have the maps, which I do like to check out now and again. So we'll just set this up and put them both on somewhere. So basically we are all set up now, and we can just do some map work. So today I want to go to, where do I want to go to? I want to go to Australia. So about the same here straight away. Loading things. In fact, I want to go somewhere a bit more close to home. I want to go to Wales. Let's go to Wales. Nice day out. So maybe a bit quicker here on the right to resolve that, but not hugely different really. I just want to actually do a street view, if I can do that. Can we do that? Maybe we can, maybe we can't. There we go. Go. So both very quick here for the street view and very high resolution, which is good. So maybe, you know, the 6P slightly quicker here when it comes to the maps, but then again Snapdragon 810, and I would expect that at the end of the day, you know. You can see that little bit more responsive, as well as when you zoom in I think it's going to be a bit more smoother. But yeah, you know, quite interesting performance difference there. What else do we have? We do have some browse. In fact, we have some games that I haven't opened. So let's just open Dead Trigger. So I think, to be honest, I wasn't really paying attention there as much as I should have. Let's try that again. So it looks like the V10 actually was quicker there, loading it, which is good. Also, we do have, whoa, GTA. So again, the V10 seems to be that little bit quicker, which is very interesting. Very good game performance here, if you ask me. But yeah, you know, I think you can see here very nice performance on the V10 when it comes to the day-to-day kind of stuff. You're not going to be lacking the Snapdragon 810 here. But how do they compare when it comes to the web browsing? We can have a look here. So very similar for Tech Radar. I think the 6P here, I am expecting the 6P to dominate because of the performance I've seen before, which has been absolutely fantastic when it comes to the web browsing. And again, you can see going straight in there. Verge. Again, 6P. Whoa. Let's go back. Just wait for the ad to load. So quite similar going into the link. We do have as well Kotaku. So that V10 came back here, very nice and quick. Phone Arena. So again, 6P here. I think I'm going to call it, I'm going to say the 6p. No, I'm not. So obviously the V10 has not had enough here, so it wants another one, wants another shot here. Daily Mail. £6p again. So maybe the 6p, you know, but then again, it's very close. In fact, what's it doing? Is it failing at the end? Maybe because I'm refreshing it. I think the 6p is a little bit stronger when it comes to the web browser in general, when I'm not refreshing it like mad. So I'm going to give it to the 6p, but only just. We can just round off the video with a quick little multitasking test. So straight away it looks like the V10 is in front. And again, you see the V10 is recovering that little bit quicker. Both of them reload though, which is weird given the amount of RAM involved. 7 gigs in total, but I think you can see the V10 is recovering quicker, so it is ahead here. And there was a bit more loading here on the V10 for the maps. Camera. I think the Nexus was a bit quicker there, which is nice. What about the game?
After 5 years on the East Coast.
So quicker here. Both of them kept it in memory, which is good. Dead trigger. So I think both of them resume back to where they were. But in general, I'm supporting the V10 here when it comes to the multitasking. Just seem to be that little bit more nippy, which is pretty good. Particularly given the processor differences, obviously, as well as the LG skin versus stock Android. So we can now just have a quick look at the camera comparison here, which I did do between these two. You're getting a 12 megapixel camera, which I think is a IMX 330 on the Nexus 6P. Very well regarded according to DxOMark and according to me. But can it stand up here to the 16 megapixel one in the V10? I'd say generally yes. You know, I think that in general the performance is very good on the 6P as well as the 5x camera. But then again, I think that there is a tier here where you have like the V10, the Note 5, etc., S6 Edge Plus sitting on the top, and then you have maybe the Nexus 6P just below. Really, even though the 6P obviously has the bigger pixels, I did notice a little bit more detail in the V10 when it came to most situations. So do bear that in mind if you are looking at these two, which maybe, did we take the same pictures here? Just double check. So it's not like me to get the pictures muddled up, but looks like I did do some muddled upness there. So basically, you know, there's not a huge difference here between these two, but I think there is you know, scope for more quality pictures on the V10, particularly given the more sophisticated camera app, which gives you control over the ISO, the white balance and things like that. It's more like a DSLR experience, whereas the Nexus 6P is very simplistic. and just aims to get the job done, which is all well and good, but I probably would prefer a little bit more control over the pictures, really, particularly when it came to like the low light kind of setting. I did notice more natural colours from the 6P, but nevertheless you can have a look here and make of it what you will. I think the video recording is definitely in the V10's court though, because of the optical image stabilization. That could have definitely been added, I think, to the 6P to make it a little bit more smoother. Nevertheless, it is very pleasing though, and I think most people won't be disappointed with it. So, at the end of the day, out of these two, whichever one you do choose, you're going to get a fantastic experience here. Both of them obviously do have like certain strengths and weaknesses. Like, for example, on the V10, you got your dual screen. You've got also removable battery, very good for if you're going camping or something. You're also getting a much more probably rugged design here, which could take I think some military kind of drop test standard, I've read. So it looks like it's going to be a much more durable device. But the 6P on the other hand has Super AMOLED display, stock marshmallow right out the box, which is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful premium design here, lots of attention to detail with it. A little bit thinner as well. This is quite bulky compared to the P8, so that is definitely not quite as good. Both obviously have the fingerprint sensors on the back, but I think this one looks a bit more attractive if you ask me. I think both of them have the laser as well, like autofocus, so that is not a huge difference here. But I think generally the main things which are different are the display as well as the build qualities here. They'll just appeal to different people. But yeah, I hope you found the speed and camera performance test useful. If you're looking at these two, you can't really go wrong with either of them really. But yeah, just a quick little video here. Hope you did enjoy, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like, and I'll see you in the next one.